Hey, it's your girl, Emily Curl, and we're diving into the box with Weezer. We're gonna relive some key moments and milestones from their career. Let's get to it. Hi guys, Weezer, thank you so much for diving into our iHeartRadio's The Box.
De nada.
This is a walk down memory lane. We have some key memories and moments and milestones in the box. So if you wanna go ahead and pull out that first item. Pull it out and show the camera. When we do these, we have to start with the debut album, the Blue album. Tell us a little bit about this one and how this process differs from albums you create now.
Well, you can't see our feet in this one, which seems like not important, but it was actually pretty important for us.
The record company wanted to put our feet on there, and we were just like, no, it's just, that ruins it. So we had to duke it out with the record company on our first album. We won, and I think it looks pretty cool. And that's how we became successful.
The no feet shot, love it. Okay, go ahead and pull out that next item.
This appears to be John Wick.
It's also Keanu Reeves. Why do you think we'd have a Keanu Reeves doll in the box?
Oh, I get it. Our very first show was with Keanu Reeves' band. They were called Dogstar. It was at Raji's. Yeah, and we closed the night, so we went on after him at like 12:30 or 1 in the morning. The place is packed with all these young women fans of Keanu Reeves, and as we played our very first Weezer set, all the women started to leave, and by the end of the night, we were just playing to ourselves.
All right, let's go ahead and dive in, pull out the next thing from our box. Here we go, Grapes of Wrath. Now this is an obvious one, a song from your latest album, OK Human. Why Grapes of Wrath? What was inspiring you about this piece of literature?
Well, the song is about more than just Grapes of Wrath. It's about the app Audible, which I listen to every night. Every night I listen to fiction, classic fiction on Audible. I just love it. So originally I wanted to call the song Rock My Audible. Our record company now said, no, you should call it Grapes of Wrath, which is one of the lyrics in the chorus. So we had a little fight about that, and they won this fight. But I don't want to just use somebody else's title for my title. You know, that's kind of plagiarism. But then suddenly it occurred to me, this title, Grapes of Wrath, is actually originally from the Bible. So John Steinbeck himself took it from somewhere else. It all goes back to the Old Testament.
Now let's go ahead, and we have a few more things for if you want to pull out that next item. This is from all my favorite songs, music video. Tell us a little bit about the story behind this one and how you guys filmed it. This was such a cool video, by the way.
We showed up at this spot somewhere near downtown Los Angeles and got in a rehearsal space, and all we really did was just play the song in a room with a cello player that happened to be there, and then these actors did all this stuff like the next day. So it was kind of interesting to see it all come together for us. I'd have to give the props to the director for this one.
Tell us a little about the creative and the inspiration behind it.
One of the themes on the album, this is from the album OK Human, is as a musician, found myself sitting at a computer for 7-8 hours a day. I was like, is this what being a rock star is supposed to be? I didn't realize I'd be sitting at a computer all day. And then looking up and then seeing my wife looking at her computer, and then my daughter looking at her phone, and my son looking at the TV, and I was like, oh, this is getting kind of creepy. We're all just like looking at screens all the time. Pass those thoughts along to the director is what he came up with.
Let's keep diving in. We have a few more things for you. Oh, no, this is a really cool one. So we have River's lyric binder here.
Yeah, this is my magic spell book, otherwise known as my lyric book for OK Human. And this was created for a special performance we did a few weeks ago in the famous Disney Hall in downtown LA with the LA Philharmonic Orchestra. Now, the whole album is done with the orchestra, but this is the first time we got to perform live with Weezer live with an orchestra. And it was a real dream come true for me. It sounded like I was just sitting there at the piano surrounded by all these amazing musicians, and it was overwhelming to hear that. At first, I walked out with like a regular 3-ring binder from Staples and put it on the piano. I was like, this is killing the vibe for me. So I asked our art director, like, can you give me something a little more magical? And this is what he came up with.
Do you guys have a lyric binder for every different album?
No, actually, this is a kind of a new thing for us to put out an album and then immediately go play the whole thing front to back. and really put a lot of time and work and resources into a performance. So that's why it warranted its own lyric binder. But if that happens again, well, yeah, we should do that.
So we have a few more things. If you want to reach in there and grab the next one. All right, we have our next video. Now, I love this one. This is obviously Weezer in The Simpsons. What was this like to be featured in the show?
I'm laughing at it right now. This is hilarious. How did you think? What did you think about it?
I thought it was awesome. I mean, it's a lifetime goal to have your band be in The Simpsons, so finally made it happen.
I just saw me. That was cool.
Did you feel like they did a good job capturing you all?
It's just incredible how funny The Simpsons still is after all this time.
All right, let's move on to our next one. We have another thing for you in the box if you want to reach in there. Now, this was so cool to me. Weezer in this some hoodlum art. These different art pieces, Weezer as furniture. What was this like to be featured in? Was this a surprise? Did you know this was happening?
Yeah. This is weird. This is from Pacific Daydream, right? We had a song called The Beach Boys, and I didn't realize the lyric was going to get that much attention, but yeah, there's a line in it about it's a hip hop world and we're the furniture, and yeah, we finished the album and turned it in, and then everyone just kept coming back and talking about that lyric, and so this artist took it and ran with it.
Did you know this was happening, or was this a surprise?
I knew it was happening. I don't know.
Oh, yeah?
Did you guys know?
No. I have never seen this in my life.
All right, you want to pull out our next thing from the box? All right, so this is your performance of the LA Philharmonic and Youth Orchestra. What was this experience like?
The album, really, the original idea for the album was to do an album with an orchestra for the first time, put down the big rock guitar and write an album all at the piano and then bring in an orchestra. It seemed like a perfect time to put that out in the middle of this lockdown. We got together at this beautiful concert hall and amazing musicians, and it's a real special moment. I know I had to rehearse for a couple weeks.
Oh, really?
Because, yeah, they're really sophisticated songs, and it's a new instrument for me, the piano instead of the guitar, and I was somewhat intimidated because I've been to so many concerts at the LA Phil, and they're so great. So I didn't want to make a fool out of myself. And then we had one day with them. It was 10 hours, just running through the songs, and it just blew my mind.
The nuts thing was I'm playing drums and I'm at least 10 times louder than everything in that room. And I'm like, so it was like, I was like, I hope this is working. I don't know. It feels good.
What was it like working with the Youth Orchestra?
I couldn't tell any difference. I certainly couldn't tell any difference with the playing of who was young and who wasn't. It all sounded great to me. It still sounded like seasoned players.
Now we have two more things for you if you want to pull out that next one. We have the Van Halen album. So of course you talked a little bit about this in the album release party, but this is in anticipation for Van Weezer. How did this come to be, and what drew you to this?
Well, it started in 1984, where this was my first concert, and I bought this shirt.
No way.
It was like a 3/4 sleeve. It didn't hold up after, a couple washings, but it was a terrible concert. No, it was amazing. It literally changed my life.
Wow. For our last one, we want to pull it out of the box. I have one too. Van Weezer, congratulations, the new album. What does this album mean to you guys?
To me, it's like had a lot of these guitar riffs deep in my bones all these years, but in the early days of alternative rock, it wasn't cool all of a sudden to play super shreddy guitar. So I basically pretended like I couldn't do it, and after all these years, it's really fun to let it out, and I think it's going to be great fun to play live. Can't wait.
Can't wait for that too. Well, you guys sounded amazing. Weezer, thank you so much for being here, for diving into the box with us. Van Weezer out now. Congratulations, guys. Everyone go stream it. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for diving into iHeartRadio's The Box with Weezer. Make sure you stream their new album, Van Weezer, out now on iHeartRadio, and we'll see you next time. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.